course, naturally.
No, it's a lot.
I'll try to remember.
Yeah.
ShopSabre, but I lost my train of thought through the whole thing. I had to disclaim that because yeah.
Okay.
People who know me are going to see that and be like, bro. Is that good?
Yeah.
Let me do it again?
Well, just do one more. You want to do one more?
I could see it. I could see it in your eyes. Not that I haven't practiced, but now I'm thinking about how to phrase it. So I got my start in the woodworking industry about 10 years ago. I was in engineering and architecture before that, and moved into custom design build. From there, I went on to work for a van conversion company here in Denver, and we were experiencing large growth in the van build industry, and decided that I saw an opportunity to start my own company. At Featherbuilt, we design and manufacture DIY van conversion components to help people build their own camper vans. So we manufacture wall panels, ceiling panels, and cabinetry that ship flat pack to our customers' homes, enabling them to build and install their own camper van conversions. When we started Featherbuilt, we were bootstrapped essentially. So we were using the tools we could afford at the time, funding everything ourselves. And we were making all of our products by hand, doing all the design and prototyping with general shop tools, table saw, track saw. With my past experience in the shops that I've worked for, I had seen the possibilities of real production, a lot of throughput, a lot of flow by their CNCs and their edge banders. And so I knew in order to achieve that level of the company that I wanted to have, we would need to start looking for a CNC. When we started looking for a CNC machine, we had a pretty broad net that we cast at first. We were looking at pretty much all levels of CNC, started to understand the price point of the different types of machines, different capabilities, things like that. So we pretty quickly ruled out a lot of the lower end machines that are either, kits or Chinese imports, and started to make a list of things that met the criteria and companies that had machines that met the criteria for, the material sizes we needed, the material types we needed. Kind of knew I wasn't going to be into any of the higher end machines because we couldn't afford it at the time. Just started to score each company and each machine model that they make in order to get closer to making a selection. And then at the time, we actually started outsourcing some of our part production to some shops in town that have CNCs. Part of that was in order to test the quality of those CNCs and make sure that we were getting back parts that we could send to our customers. One of those shops happened to have a ShopSabre, and so that started to really introduce us to ShopSabre as a company. When we had narrowed it down to kind of a short list of companies we were looking at, I started to call around and email around requesting quotes for the different machines we were interested in. A couple of companies ruled themselves out right away. They didn't get back to us, didn't respond to emails, so that made that decision easy. When we got the quote from ShopSabre, they also scheduled a phone call with us, and so got on the phone with their salesperson pretty quickly, answered all our questions about the different capabilities and options for the machine, and we knew that it was going to have pretty much a fully loaded 4x8 was what I knew we were interested in for the size of our shop, kind of the production levels we intended on, stuff like that. I knew we wanted the vacuum hold down for kind of the speed and ease of use there. And then based on the type of products we're making, the cabinetry and panel products, I knew we were going to need a pretty good amount of tools for all of the different drilling and routing operations, engraving operations that we were planning on doing. The company that we were outsourcing our CNC parts to at the time had a ShopSabre, and so they allowed us to go into their shop and kind of tour and see the machine up close and personal. And we were able to get a look at the build quality, watch it operate, and see kind of how everything was going to work. And then after we put together all of the quotes and started comparing prices and features, we found out that ShopSabre was at the higher end of the machines that we were looking at. Even though they were at the higher end, we really believe that you get what you pay for, and we knew we wanted to get into the best machine we could afford. We wanted to avoid having to upgrade later or wish that we had certain features that we didn't request up front. So after comparing everything, we made the decision to get the ShopSabre Pro 408. Once we received the machine, it only took us a day or two to get everything set up and in place. And then we had our electrician in a couple days after. And so we were, just off and running. Everything operated really smoothly. We were able to produce all of our own parts, which enabled us to move through a lot of the design and prototyping a lot faster rather than sending off a file, waiting a couple days, getting parts back. We were able to do that, within minutes or hours. We've now had the machine for about 2 years. So we're producing all of our wall panels, ceilings, cabinetry, all of the van conversion components that we make. Production has been really smooth. The machine is the workhorse of our shop. Everything we do starts on the CNC, and the other processes in the shop are now our bottleneck. For example, packaging. We can't package parts fast enough. It's just been a really great part of our workflow. One of the things I didn't know that I could do and discovered that I could do on the machine is drill the aluminum rails that we use in our van conversions. We were able to create a fixture, and I had to learn how to create a fixture for these aluminum rails, but we're now able to take a process that we were doing by hand, measuring and marking and cutting and drilling these by hand, put them into the fixture on the machine, and we can set one file to do an entire van worth of aluminum in a couple minutes. And that was a process that was taking us several hours previously and was error prone because it was a human shop worker operating a tape measure. And so that was kind of an unexpected advantage and an unexpected surprise that we were able to take advantage of here. One of the main selling points, one of the reasons we purchased the ShopSabre was because of the availability of local tech support. In the few times that we've had to call tech support where our operator gets an error that they can't solve or there's an issue on the machine, we've called into tech support, somebody answers right away. They're able to remotely log on to our machine here, look at what the issues are, kind of listen to our operator, figure out what's going on. And in the couple cases that we've had to call in, they've been able to fix it remotely and get us back up and running in a matter of minutes or under an hour in some cases. We can't really afford to have a machine go down during production run of something, and the ability to just get back up and running right away means that we're able to keep flowing, keep making parts, keep making money. Having the ShopSabre here has been really great for our business. It's allowed us to grow and produce parts that we I've always dreamed of producing for our customers. Beyond that, I've been able to kind of explore and grow into some of the things that I've wanted to do personally and that our employees here have wanted to kind of learn more and do, including like solid wood, furniture design, things like that, more just like passion projects that potentially could become part of our business in the future, but more than that are just like fun and interesting for us to do. Overall, having the Pro 408 here has been a game changer for our business. If you're looking to get into a CNC, I would say get the best machine that you can afford. Don't skimp out on features or things that you think you might want later, things that you think you might not need now. You're going to need them when you grow, and you're going to want them when the time comes. Getting a machine that has a lot of value might be a higher price point up front, but you know that you're going to save time and you're going to save money in the long run, and you are going to just be able to work that much faster, produce the products and the components that you need to make faster, easier, more repeatable. Everything that the CNC promises that it's going to be can be true in your shop. And once we got into our ShopSabre, we found out that was a decision that should have been a no-brainer. Working with ShopSabre has been fantastic. They've been there for us the whole time through sales and support as an owner, and they have made a huge difference for our business, and I am sure they can do the same for yours.